I really enjoyed this film, and you two were fantastic in it.
Thank you.
What did you like best about the script for Clifton Hill?
I liked that I'd never really read anything like that before. It was kind of an unusual setting. I'd never really seen anything about Niagara Falls in an independent film, or really actually on camera. I mean, other than documentary stuff. And it was just, it was just a very weird, in the best sense, story. And I thought it was very interesting to see it come from Albert, because I'd seen his previous film, which I thought was so beautiful and slow and bleak and lyrical and all of those amazing things. You know, that tonally is kind of similar to Clifton Hill, but it was a completely different genre, and it was amazing to see Albert just completely switch and tackle something different. So I thought, I want to know what you're going to do with this.
Yeah, I think definitely the location was very enticing. Albert as well, and that it felt, that it kind of harkened back to a sort of the golden 70s age of filmmaking, where there is no one set genre in place that, encompasses the whole script, that you're within page one, you're like, oh, okay, I know exactly what this is. It felt like the script and the film itself would set something up and then take it apart again, much in the same way that Abby operates. It's just so beautiful, and it felt like very playful, very sure of itself.
How long did it take to film?
6 weeks, was it?
Yeah.
Maybe 5. I think maybe 5 or 6 weeks. I can't remember. Because we were essentially in Niagara Falls for the entire shoot. So time sort of stands still when you're there off season, because it's the same day on repeat, really. You always see the same view every morning and every night out of your hotel window, which is the falls, and it's amazing, but totally doesn't feel real. So it was, one long day.
What was it like living and working in Niagara Falls for that period of time?
I loved it.
Yeah,
I had fun.
Tuppence was there the longest. I think of anyone.
Yeah,
in the
me and Albert.
crew
And Albert,
included.
it was just me and Albert who decided to stay down in Niagara. I think everyone else went back to Toronto on the weekends. But we stuck it out and immersed ourselves in it, because I think we both wanted to force ourselves to stick with it and really experience Niagara at its sort of lowest point of the year, when it's cold and there's no tourists there, and you sort of see what really goes on in real life, and that's, I think, what we both were interested in.
Hannah, I had to keep reminding myself that your character was the younger sister, because she was so responsible. As the actress playing her, how did you view her?
It's funny, because actually I think I have a younger brother, and most people get us confused as which one's the elder and which one's the younger one. So it was fun to sort of see his perspective through this character of Laura, who it's like the ultimate frustration to be the younger sibling, who you're just like naturally endowed with a veneration towards the elder, like having growing up in their shoes, and then be completely dismayed by their how irresponsible they are.
And Tuppence, your character is fascinating, even though she's got this kind of a big flaw, I would say.
Yeah.
She's also very likable. What was your take on the character and, what she was all about?
Well, I liked her immediately when I read the script. I could see she was doing some questionable things and telling some pretty awful lies, but I never felt that it was coming from a malicious place, that she was actually quite vulnerable, and I think we see that later on in the film, but I think for me it was really important to have Laura's character in the script, because it kind of roots Abby in a sense of humanity, I guess. You see her through her sister's eyes, which is really frustrating, but also sometimes you just want to take care of her because you think, she can't help it. It's a compulsion and it's a condition, and it's a really fascinating condition. So that was cool to be able to read around pathological lying. I think it's still very misunderstood, and a lot of people who suffer from it don't understand it themselves. So I thought that was a real fun opportunity to play with how much she believes of what she's doing, what she's saying.
And you also play Lucy in the Downton Abbey movie. I was wondering, what was it like to join the cast of characters who were in the TV series now for the big screen movie?
It was really cool. It was kind of, I wondered after 10 seasons, I think it is, of the TV show, that would it be cliquey? Would we be welcome? But it was lovely. Everyone was so nice. They genuinely are like a family. They all get on really well. But I never felt that we were isolated. It felt like we were just kind of joining this sort of very British institution, and it was really cool. I had a lot of fun.
Hannah, you just finished a film, I think, with Viggo Mortensen, where he wrote it, he directed it, he co-stars. Tell me a little bit about that experience.
Oh, it was very dreamy. It really was. It was, yeah. I felt very lucky because I did Clifton Hill, and then there was had a couple months, and then shot Viggo's movie here, also in Toronto, with just the atmosphere and the group of people was the most pleasant work environments I've experienced, and it was, yeah, it makes such an incredible difference when the captain of the ship is just a generous and humble individual, which both of these directors are, and it really imbues the set with something that's very joyful. I mean, everyone was just happy to be there. It's really nice.
Sounds amazing. I can't wait to see that and Downton Abbey. Thank you both so much for talking to me today.
Thank you.